Society. Yeah, due to Kookaroo, we're all the way charged today. Yeah.
On time today?
Mm-hmm. And charged.
Surprising.
That's because I took my nap.
Oh, that's why he wasn't responding to me.
I was tired.
Yeah, all right.
I put him to sleep with me
cool.
so I could sleep.
Obviously.
Because if he would have been up, it would have been disastrous. I'm going to see if he was there some little space that I can reach and get to them, you know. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I like that.
I like that too.
I like it a lot.
Hello. Why did you post that?
Hi, everyone. Why would I post what? Oh, you see that?
Don't play stupid.
Sorry.
Like, why do you do that? All right, cool.
Hi, guys. Today is going to be a crazy topic. People wanted to start discussing it last week, but we didn't. We're going to discuss everything today.
And what is that
Last week, today we're going to be speaking about abortions, yay or nay. Why or why not?
Abortion's a real tricky subject, man. It could come into your religious beliefs. If you're ready, how you feel about taking life, you know?
Do you remember what the topic was last week? Oh,
what?
Hygiene.
The topic was hygiene, right?
Yeah, last week we spoke about hygiene, you know.
How to tell your partner if that puss stinking.
Yeah, or the balls smelling a little raggedy.
Tart.
Yeah.
Tart.
The breath. Last week was hygiene. It was crazy because there was a lot of questions coming in there about telling your spouses and things.
So already there's a comment right out the gate: no abortion. You see,
are you team abortion? Or are you not team abortion?
I don't think there's team abortion. I think it all depends on the circumstances.
I know you mentioned that last week as well.
Yeah, like so if you were raped and you got pregnant, you would keep the child? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say that.
Would take that and take that as this is their blessing.
And some people would take that that's the child of Satan.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I say, like, it's more so the circumstances.
Yeah, I don't knock people that have abortions either.
I don't knock it. Mm-mm. I understand why. I know it's extremely difficult on a woman. The things you got to go through.
What's crazy to me is, you know, the men that'll be quick to shoot the club up, but then, you know, once you get pregnant, it's just like, oh shit, now, you know, we can't keep that. We can? We. Now where are we? Now we can't keep that. You know what I mean?
You didn't have to let that man shoot the club up.
Right.
That's
but maybe
it's
crazy because dude be all up in that. Yeah, you want to have my baby? Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep my baby. And then as soon as the baby comes, it's just like, yo, you know, shit was just good at the time.
That's how you be feeling? That's how you be feeling?
No, but everything.
All right, but what if, like, at that time they really wanted it, but when you become an adult and you look at all your circumstances currently, it just wouldn't fit in the equation to make it good.
Decide together.
What you mean by
try that? At least try to decide together. Like, don't just. I feel like as a man, they shouldn't just throw it out there like, you know, I did some thinking and I think we should just get an abortion. I think it should be like, you know, I did some thinking. How do you feel about, you know, keeping this baby? Voice your opinion, and then I'm gonna tell you why. You know, I feel like it's, you know, a little difficult.
So if a man states his opinion and then waits for you don't like that? Because he didn't bring it in a way that made you feel like
not like that. I feel like that's not something that you just need to throw on a person, unless this is a person that's slutting and whoring and she's fucking all over the place and just getting pregnant.
I don't agree with that. I think it's.
But if you're like in a relationship and you guys are committed and you guys are serious, I don't want you to just throw to me, oh yeah, get an abortion. You know what I mean?
But what if that person like makes a stance and then sees what you have to say about it?
I feel like
that's the same thing as like, this is what I feel. What do you feel? It's just not said the way you want it to be said.
No. I'll take that. But I'm just talking about like, yo, right off the gate, abortion. It is, you know? And then I want to discuss why I feel like In a relationship, I'm saying. Like, if it's just people that's just fucking and, you know, that came about, you could say it however you want to say it, I feel. But in a relationship, I feel like we're women, we have feelings, we're already technically pregnant, and we're emotional. Like, hit me with no.
I really hate that.
About abortion.
I hate that excuse when y'all pregnant. I'm emotional. You're still a fucking adult that can make rational decisions.
Yeah, but you don't have as much control over your emotions than you were when you're not pregnant.
You do.
You don't. Were you ever pregnant?
No, I was not. But I also know what it's like to be a human. Y'all act like your emotions just run amok and do whatever it's supposed to do because you're pregnant.
It really does, though. No, seriously, you need to be on it. It does.
I've read it thoroughly, so there's no self-accountability?
There is.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, though.
But I'm telling you, that there's so many people, like me when I was pregnant with Connor.
Oh, God.
Situations was happening and occurring, and I was just like, I'm not going to cry. Like, I don't want to cry, so I'm not going to cry. Hey, bro.
You controlled your emotions.
And then I end up still crying anyway.
But you controlled your emotions at a time, and sometimes they took over. You were still coherent. You were still an adult.
Yeah, but a lot of women don't have no control over their emotions at the point in time. That's why I'm saying, like, take it easy if you're in a relationship and you want your spouse to get an abortion. Don't just come up like making me feel like, nigga, what? Like, what? We were doing this together.
I think that's please. Let me read this comment. I know. Can I do this first?
Yeah.
Or you want to just jump into that?
No.
But we didn't agree. We was letting people what? I don't know.
No, just take the invite, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to show me.
No.
I don't know how to do it.
No, read the comments. You said you were going to read the comments.
Me personally, I don't like abortions, but it depends on your situation. And I definitely agree. You and your spouse need to talk about it before any decisions are made. I do. I totally agree with that. I just don't like the notion that, I'm emotional and my feelings are just out of control. Come the fuck on. You're still an adult.
It'd be like that sometimes. Just like when you was emotional when you was in the books. You know what I mean?
And you was emotional by letting them come in the books. It's like, I just hate the notion because at the end of the day, the woman has all the control, to be honest with you. Absolutely. If that young woman wants to get the abortion, that's what's going to happen. Absolutely. But it's just like, I just hate that. Oh, I'm pregnant. My feelings are all over the place. So now you're not an adult.
Not that I'm not an adult. Emotions don't have nothing to do with you being an adult.
And controlling your emotions and behaving in a manner where you're not going to blame it on your emotions is being an adult.
Okay.
Plug me in. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. How do you do it, Tia?
Click that red thing.
Plug me in. Oh, God. Nigga, I ain't got all day. We trying. We're
calling you. Answer.
He said, plug me in on God. But you don't see what, like, I just hate, like, when a man can't make excuses. Like, you see, to me, it's like that my emotions are running. I don't think that should be an excuse.
You said a man
can't. No, a man can't. Yo, I was emotional. That's why I came inside of you. No, man. It ain't going to work like that.
I feel like...
I'm doing that. Look. I'm going to try to do this. Take off the ad, right? And I'm going to see if he is still there. And wait and see.
You said a man can't make up an excuse. No excuses. No, you feel like... Hi. Make sure your background is not too loud so we can all...
Today I got time, cuz.
Yo, make sure your background is clear so we can hear you clearly.
You said make sure my passport, cuz.
Nah, make sure your background, like there's no noise.
Oh, I gotta be dressed and shit?
Oh my God. What's your thought? What's your views on abortion?
You said, what do I think about abortion?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, in what sense? Like, I mean,
are you team abortions or are you not team abortions?
I think it's up to the woman. Like, I think it's her choice if she wants to or if she doesn't. I think that it depends on your resources. I think some people are probably better off having an abortion than being parents. You know, you have to walk through the morning. Like, they really don't need to have no kids. Like, I think they probably should have considered an abortion. Granted, it takes two adults to have a a child and engage in sexual activity. But I mean, let's all face it, shit happens. Like, you know, I think that. I mean, I don't know. I never really got into the whole notion that it was killing a human or, you know, but
it depends on how far you are.
And that depends.
I don't believe in late-term abortion. I think if you're 7 months pregnant, like, have the child.
Right. I agree with that.
People say, oh, you can put your kid up for adoption, but the foster system is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but would you rather that? Like, would you rather bring a child that you know you can't take care of, that you know you're not going to be a parent to? Or put them up for adoption.
Well, you break out. You said put them up for adoption and do what?
Or like, would you rather bring a child into here that you can't take care of?
If I take care of a kid?
Yeah, like, would you still have that child?
Nah. Me personally, no. But then I mean, at the same time, like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to the woman, really.
That's
like,
what I said too. At the end of the day, it's up to the woman.
Women have kids by men and they know that man doesn't want to have a baby. And that's the problem right there. If you know that nigga don't want to have a baby with you, why would you have a child? Like, for what? Just to be like, oh, my baby father's no good. Like, what? I mean, what the fuck? Like, come on, let's not play that game. Having kids is not a joke.
But some women don't have it for the dude. They have it for themselves.
Yeah, maybe so, but at the same time, like, listen, I think having a kid is a serious thing. It's not a sport. It's not a game. It's serious. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more into it than buying your son or daughter Jordans and making sure they fly. Like, it's a lot more to having a child. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like I take birth control myself to make sure I don't slip up. You know?
Yo, shut up. Shut up.
Nah, my practice is this. I use condoms and then I pull out with the condom on. So there's never no mistake. And I take the condom to the crib and run it under the water.
Yo, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Thank you.
I think it's up to the person.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm breaking out.
Yeah, we're going to take somebody else. Thank you. We appreciate your input.
All right, take your next caller.
Yo, get on. All right, so that was just somebody with their view, and I think that person was just basically saying it really depends on the woman, and you should really think about it before bringing a child into this world.
Are you guys team abortion or not? I personally feel like once the baby is like grown enough,
but what's grown enough? What's grown enough? What month? 3 months? 5
months? Well, they
months?
have this app where you could check to see the baby's growth. So I know in the very beginning it's just a heartbeat. Then they start forming the hands and the eyes and things like that. I'm talking about once they have their hands, their feet, nose, eyes, they have a little bit of everything. Then I feel like, well, you know, you're a little too far to be talking about. I know some people find out that far, like they have no symptoms, no nothing, and they're already that far, and then still go ahead and decide to do like the 2-day procedure where they chop up the baby. And then
I don't want to know about.
You know,
like, look, yo, I'm not one to, let's just abort. Let's abort. No, but I also got to think too. Like, let's say if me and you was about to have a baby, is that something that will work for us right now with all our goals we're trying to? Like, let's be honest with the things you want to do with your life. That's going to put a hindrance on that. Do I want to do that just for a child when that could wait?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's my whole thing with the abortion thing. Like, it's not like if you're in a relationship and now it's just not the time for a child. I can understand that. There's times to go in the future, but I can also understand how miracles do occur. Like, you wasn't the type to have babies often. Like, but I think it's just a natural thing to have a full discussion with each other.
Yeah.
And I think being honest is the biggest key. Because, like, now is not the time for the sugarcoat shit. You have to be honest with your spouse. Is that something you really want? Is that something you want to do? You know,
I know somebody who's currently pregnant right now at the moment. She's only 2 weeks, but she acted like she was like 9 months. And
who is this?
I don't know if she watches the live, so I don't. She's only like 2 weeks. She went for like a regular checkup and they told she was pregnant, but whatever. She, the dude basically she was like, I don't know if I want to keep it. I don't know. Because the dude that she got pregnant by was in a relationship. But she was, doing him for like a year or whatever the case may have been. Then she came back to work like 2-3 days later, like, yeah, I'm going to keep it. I don't care. I'm going to keep it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
See, that's my thing. If you're having sex with somebody that's in a relationship, to me, you shouldn't be upset when that person brings an abortion as an idea.
Right.
Of course, that person is not going to want a child with you if you're not his main woman. Like, that's just what I would naturally think.
No, I agree with that. But I also agree
time,
with the fact of just use a condom if you know that this is not your girlfriend.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Let's just say, imagine if I came to you like, yo, this woman is pregnant.
I don't need to imagine that. I can't. Even if I try to. It's not happening. But go ahead, carry on.
That's how, like what to do then? Like from a man's point of view, it's all lost. That's why I feel like as a man, you need to control who you coming inside of.
That's what I feel like. If you're in a relationship and you're dealing with somebody outside of your relationship, you fucking around and you're having sex with somebody outside of your relationship, she gets pregnant. I feel like you just said, as a woman, don't get upset when he presents to you about an abortion. But as a man, don't get upset when she presents to you that she's keeping the baby. You know what I mean? Like, if she feel like she want to keep it, whether you in a relationship with your bitch or not, nigga, I'm keeping it. However you feel like you want to hide that from your girlfriend or whatever, but I just
think
feel
there's
like
no way to hide a child.
Yeah.
Like to me, if that ever happened, you got to take that L. Yo, this is what it's going to be. This how it is. You either going to stay or you going to go. And then we just got to do what we got to do.
Usher Confession. He said he sung it the best way.
You know that was really about Jermaine Dupri. It wasn't about Usher.
Well, just still play it.
Well, why would you play it? Like, that's the worst thing to do.
Play it to your girlfriend.
That's the dumbest thing to do. True. No, I just feel like, yo, as women, you guys have the complete control over what you want to do. But my thing is,
I feel like before it gets to that point, you guys as men have complete control.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like, so yes, we do have control once it is
over
done.
the outcome.
Right. But before it get there, you guys are more in control.
All right, so trust me.
Unless somebody's slipping you a Mickey.
No, not that. What if somebody riding on top and like right when you coming? First of all, you can get pregnant by pre-cum. Let's first make sure we establish that. So that's why I hate the notion.
That's why you guys are in control. Okay. You pre-cum often or however you whatever. Put the condom on.
You're absolutely right.
You guys are still
that's
more
the moral of the story. Use a condom because women are stupid when they're pregnant.
What?
Y'all emotional. Y'all let all of your emotions take control. Get the fuck out of here. I hate that shit.
All right, so overall, a regular circumstance, are you team abortion?
No.
Okay.
Regular circumstance, I am not team abortion. I don't like the thought. First of all, as my woman, I don't even like that whole thing we got to go through when we take you, because I'm not going to let you go by yourself. You know, we take you to the doctor, how that make you feel afterwards. Then you can't have sex as long as we can make love afterwards to make it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like the thought of that, no. Naturally, I do not. But there are times when, like, yo, if we got goals and we trying to do things to better ourselves.
I feel like if it's a situation like that, like, it's better done sooner than later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like if that's, what should be done, then it needs to be done like immediately.
That's
right. Like right when it's still a fetus.
Once we have a discussion like, yo, I just found that I'm pregnant. I'm going to give you a few days, really sink in, let it think, and we both have ample time to think, and then we got to come to a discussion of what we're going to do. Now, and this is my thing too. Just because a man wants to get an abortion and you don't, and then we have to have a child, don't hold that man accountable for that. Don't treat him away because he wanted to kill the baby. No, that's how he felt. It's not what we. My mom and dad used to have
that conversation all the time. Like when my dad used to come over, she's like, "Now look at you, fiending for them, huh? Then you want to get rid of them, like shit like that."
That's corny to me. That's corny. It doesn't matter. See, that's like talking like, oh, let's say if I cheated in the past and now we're fine, and then you're constantly bringing that up. Wow, how is that helping to now? That was then. You decided you wanted to keep it, and I'm here now. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, I just think that.
I personally feel like, if an abortion is a topic, that you guys are gonna have like together in a relationship, like, men, please, like, stay with the female at that moment. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
explain what you mean at that moment.
Like, all right, for instance, if y'all gonna discuss abortion, don't just take it as, oh, okay, cool, she got the abortion now. I'm out. I'm done. I ain't fucking up the situation no more. I ain't going. No, just use protection later on, because even after it's done, women still go through things after that, emotions after that. Or I personally feel like if you guys like just pretty much just sticking it out. If y'all gonna leave it as friends, y'all not in a relationship. You guys are in a relationship. If y'all are having unprotected sex, and she ends up pregnant, and y'all don't want to keep it, and y'all do get an abortion, still just hold it down for a little
that's
bit.
why I said I feel like it's a decision we'll make together. So if we're gonna do something together, we should do it all the way through, not just when the abortion and then that's it. No, we're gonna make sure. You know what I mean? But some men feel like, well, how long do I need to be under you?
Yeah,
real shit.
I know, but
I feel like if the female was out here having sex without protection, the least she can do is be on birth control. I feel like a woman should be on birth control for herself, not for a guy. You wouldn't get pregnant. Hashtag no worries. Hashtag no abortion.
I agree.
That's why I say also it's on both parties.
I agree, but then you also have women whose bodies can't take birth control.
That's why I say both parties.
It causes exactly like condoms as well.
Listen,
if
she's saying she on birth control. All right, well let's use condoms just in case.
Yeah.
If you want me to come inside of you, you know what I mean? Or like, I don't want to pull out sometimes. Well, I'm on birth control. All right, so what we gonna do if this occurs? Like, to me, you might as well have those conversations beforehand and after.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it fuck up the mood, how it just make people feel uncomfortable. Yeah. There's nothing more comfortable than a child you don't want.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, if you're not gonna pull out, bro, you just really need to think about child support. Like, think about, now I'm serious.
Why?
Why? Because that scares a lot of men. Think about you having a child you don't want. And she's being spiteful because you're not in the child's life the way she wants you to. Mm-hmm. And now you got to pay for that child the rest of your life. Men are money driven. Mm-hmm. So if that money's getting taken from you before you even see it.
Yeah.
Imagine that for 25 years if they go to college.
Yeah.
Fuck no, I bet you think twice.
Yeah.
Agreed. I bet you think twice. Think about that shit. Because at the end of the day, once that child is here, the system caters more to the woman than the man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like what you said earlier about the like a woman getting raped and having to, get an abortion or whatever.
Events.
Yeah, I feel like stuff like that is crazy. That shit like that happens.
Yes, I've read numerous cases where somebody got raped and it was against their parents' religion. You also know in like Islamic states, if they were to get raped by a man, they're shunned by their family. They're shunned by their husband.
Yeah. And
then they have a child by that, and that child is shunned. So imagine what it's like. I'm not a woman. I can't, understand that. But if I was to be raped, I know I wouldn't want the child from a rapist.
Yeah,
that's me.
I would constantly look at that child
differently.
Think about that child.
You wouldn't treat that child 100% with love.
Yeah.
It would be difficult. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't believe that there should just never be abortions. No, I think if
I also feel like if you keeping your child for you, you tend to genuinely just love that child unconditionally, whether the father is involved or not.
Yeah.
Like it's different from when you keep the child. Like, a lot of women, they keep the child. I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping him to keep the man.
Yeah, but
I feel like you probably do love the kid. I don't know. You probably do genuinely love the kid. But no, I wouldn't agree with keeping the child.
Not even that. I don't agree with you keeping a child with trying not to get any help. Like I just don't believe that a child can be raised by one sex. I feel like a child needs both parents in their lives.
No, I feel like they can be, but should they be? You know what I mean? I feel like they can be. They can be raised by one sex. If you are, doing what you're going to need the help anyway. But I feel like a child can be raised. Because I know honestly, like a couple people who, had kids and before the baby was born, the father got killed or the father died or whatever, however. And you had to raise a child by yourself.
And that wasn't the best circumstances for that child.
But it was already too late to get an abortion.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's just life itself.
Yeah.
That's not something I would go in wanting to do.
No, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to read one of his comments. which is not good because there's men out there who are mom and dad also because mom is around, etc. Yeah, like I agree with that as well. I don't want to raise my kid by myself. That's me. I cannot teach that motherly love. I cannot express that to my child because I'm not a woman.
I feel like mothers who have daughters and the father is absent, it's a little more easier because you can pretty much teach your daughter what you don't want or what you didn't want. You can teach her how to be a woman. But mothers who have sons, I feel like shit like that is so much more difficult. And I take my hat off to my friend who does it. Take her son to get haircuts, to take him, try to have these talks with him and things like that. I feel like that's a little more difficult because you're a mom and he's a little boy.
You see, I kind of agree and disagree with what you say because I know a lot of women that were raised by their mother that got daddy issues, like major issues that they don't realize themselves, but they have major issues that's going to cycle into their life with their husband, with their man, whoever they be with. That's why I say
and what they're looking for in the
balance
future,
is just needed.
I agree. I feel like the balance is needed. Absolutely.
I think it's.
But I feel like it's no way. It can be done without the balance. You know what I mean? I feel like it is needed, but I feel like it can be done.
I just think it's difficult to teach the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Like if I had a daughter just by myself, I can't teach her how to be a woman.
Or teach her about what to do with her period. Yeah.
I don't want to do that shit. I'm gonna call my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And if you was to try to raise a man, you cannot teach a man how to kill something, how to know what he got to do versus how to be a man, how to prioritize. He's gonna learn a lot of women ways.
Yeah.
And naturally. And that's what I think a lot of women don't understand when they deal with men that didn't have fathers. They're not going to be girls, but they're going to have some mind frames that relate to a woman naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me take care of everybody else before I do what I'm supposed to do instead of a man just coming in and dominating when he needs to. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It varies and depends. Don't want to change subjects, but yes, mothers who neglect their kids worse than getting an abortion. Yeah.
Agreed.
I completely agree. Like, to me, it's nothing worse than when I see a fucking woman not doing for her child. And I know men ain't shit. Yeah, and that man's not there either. But you're the mother. Like, I think that's why I'm saying, like, I think mothers are always going to have it the most difficult because you're always a mom 100% of the time. The father doesn't, he can be a father 20% of the time. Real shit. A woman, you're the mother of that child.
You can be a father 10% of the time and still get hats kudos to him and everything just because he's around. Right.
But you're a mom all the time.
What I hate
the most
is when both parents are in the child's life, but one parent failed to do what needs to be done as that parent because the other parent is there.
The misbalance.
You know what I mean? Like mothers that actually have the men around, so they feel like I ain't gotta do shit because he's actually around. You know what I mean? I hate shit like that. Like, bitch, was the father around for the prior kids? No. So don't treat this one because he's, you know what I mean? I hate that. I hate stuff like that, personally.
So I'm gonna read some of these comments. It's hard to teach my son things. Before my boyfriend came, there were things that I didn't realize he needed and couldn't get from me. And that's going to occur. It's like, yo, how can I understand how a woman feels inside? I'm not a woman. There's no way for you to understand what that little man is going through because you're not a man. It's just certain things you can never relate to. A mother's love can only do but so much. You cannot teach a man how to be a man if you're not one. Real stuff. And that goes for men too. Just because he's a man doesn't mean he has the features and the notions of how to actually be a man that's helpful. You understand what I'm saying? That's real. Why carry for 9 months and go through labor just to raise for a year, then hand over the baby to someone else to chase a man?
There's a lot of women out there.
Because you know what I think it is? A lot of women, when they get in love, they only see the love. They don't see the obvious, that he's clearly not doing you right. Y'all digmatized, and a part of y'all feels like, all right, well, I can give him a family. This might make him slow down. I've heard so many stories about this.
I personally feel like you as a woman, if you were intelligent, you would know what turn a man on is you actually being a mother to your child.
Some men don't care about that.
But a lot of real men do.
Yes.
Like, real men do care about that, because it's like, oh, if she knows how to handle her shit and do what she needs to do for her child, that means she'll fuck around and know how to hold me down. She'll know how to genuinely love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody wrote, yo, I work alongside ACS. I see these scenarios every day. Yeah, that's why I said speaking on it would be difficult, because you just can't brush off, oh, I would never get an abortion. You don't know the circumstances as to why.
You don't know.
That's why I said topics like this, you have to look at it from both sides. And at the same time, too, there's people that are dying to have a baby.
Yeah, I can't say I agree, nor do I disagree.
That's what
you know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
Like, it depends on the circumstances.
Exactly like what you just said. There's people that's dying and feeling to have a kid, and it's just like, you know, some women out there, they actually would keep the kid to give it up for adoption, because there's actually probably a genuinely loving family waiting for that baby. You know what I mean?
But
so stuff like that is just like, oh, okay, right.
Because a woman going through that pregnancy, you might agree
to give up your child. I've watched movies
different.
and things like that. I've watched different things, you know, pertaining to that, where when it finally does happen and it's time,
they're hesitant
to give up the kid. You don't want to give up the kid.
It's difficult, man. All right, I'm gonna read a comment. A lot of women aren't looking at what real men think they are, only thinking the right now, which is true.
That's the problem.
But the real thing is they're not dealing with real men anyway.
Yeah, because if a dude really got you chasing behind him, or it's cool with you chasing behind him and not tending to your kid, I feel like shit like that right there is a red flag for you.
Well, if I ever saw a woman not doing for her kid, I don't even want to talk to you. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, like that's what I said. Like, real men would, yeah, exactly. Real men would appreciate you being a mother to your child. Like, period.
You can't teach that.
Yeah. But as far as what I feel like with women keeping their child for them, whether the father wanted to get an abortion or not. Like, for instance, you know, keeping a kid. I'm pregnant. I'm keeping his baby. The father doesn't want me to keep the baby. I'm letting him know, listen, I'm keeping the baby because I'm keeping the baby for me. Not to keep you, not to be in a relationship with you, not to do none of those things.
Not to cut you off.
Right?
That man should put all his feelings aside and take care of that child.
I agree with that.
That's a real man. Like, yo, you know I don't want this, right? All right, this is not going to be easy for me, but I'm going to do what I have to do. That's a real man.
I agree with that.
Just because, I didn't want the baby, she had the baby, so you're not going to take care of your kid? No, it's not the circumstances you wanted. All right, cool, but I'm going to still do what I need to do. And when I say it's not going to be easy, because it ain't going to be a fucking fairy tale.
Right.
Hey, where's the baby? Hey, I'm home.
And that's my thing. Like, if you keeping the kid for you, you know what I mean? You're not hounding the nigga about taking care of his kid. You're not on his back about taking care of the kid. You're not, even if you do decide to do that, so what? You know what I mean? You didn't have or make that baby by yourself. So don't feel no type of way when that is the case. If you are keeping your kid for you and you feel like today you want to hound the motherfucker because he ain't doing shit for your baby, by all means, do you.
Don't feel away when he don't answer either. He told you he didn't want to get it.
That too.
It's a balance.
That too. But I feel like it's okay to keep the baby because you want to keep the baby.
Somebody wrote, I have mixed feelings about women who do that as well, which is understandable, and definitely agree. And another comment is, yes, I agree with Bar. He should put them feelings aside and do what's right. To me, it's like, yo, that's why one of my biggest fears when I was young, I never said this, was to get a whore pregnant. You're laughing.
What?
To get a whore pregnant. Let's just say, like, yo, me, my man's, his cousin, and his brother fucked you, and I was the one that got you pregnant. Damn,
I heard about
son.
like that.
I know my man right now that's going through something like that. That was my biggest fear.
I
but
heard about
that's why you can control that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck that whore unprotected.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all gonna use condoms, make sure you pulling out. What I'm saying is, sometimes you might have a baby by a woman you do not want to be with, but it's not about you once that baby comes.
And I also feel like there's men out there like, oh, they don't want to have this baby, but you know for a fact you're the one who was willing to fuck her raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be the one up and willing to fuck her raw, but then you mad she got pregnant.
Right.
Like, what?
To me, that's
crazy to me. You know?
Pregnant?
Right. Like,
pregnant?
how the fuck did that happen? She pulled
pregnant?
She pulled the sperm.
Come on, y'all quit playing with me, man. Y'all quit playing. I'm sorry. It works the other way around. 2, my son's father needed me to love him more than our child. That's a dub. Go back and let your mom finish loving you. Yo, that hit.
Crazy.
Now that kind of hit. No, you know what? That's selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. Like for me, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Were there times when I wanted you to give me more time and affection? Yeah, but I would never ask of you to not do for your daughter or our kid to focus on me. To me, that's childish. But being honest with you, some people do feel like that, and it's okay to feel like that. But what you do when you feel like that is the key. Real shit. Like, that's real, though, because some women do that, too.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of women, let's say they had a kid. Yo, you can bring your kid. No, I just want to spend time with you. I had him all week. Right. But to me, that's like, damn. But to her, it's like, yo, I've been a mother. This is my free time. I like to spend it with you. But I don't like that. I just can't see myself asking. I know it's difficult. Like that. Yeah, like, yo, I need you right now. Yeah. But I got a kid, bro. Yeah. Yeah, but nah, that's why if you're going to deal with a woman with a child, you have to just take it from the jump. You're going to come second. Mm-hmm. Period. Mm-hmm. And if there's a woman that will put me before a child, I don't want to fuck with you.
That's what I'm saying. A real man would feel like that, but there's men out there that don't care with that, right?
But
like,
to me,
yo, little JJ, go to fuck in the room, and the bitch like, little JJ, you heard what my boyfriend said? Like, bitch,
shut up. Oh boy, shut up. Somebody wrote, niggas need to grow up. I was shocked. Like, what the hell? That happens. Facts. Fucking don't make niggas grow taking care of responsibilities too. Look, man, it varies, man. That's why I said
responsibility is key.
But like, that's why I
said once you know you actually have real responsibilities, then I'm gonna say that.
That's why I said you gotta really know who you want to have a child with.
That's what I was saying. Speaking of, when I was speaking about the person earlier about this girl, keeping the baby. She's only 2 weeks, and she's keeping the baby knowing that she was fucking a man with the girlfriend. My thing is, you scared of your own shadow, but you're not scared this bitch gonna pop up at your job and fuck you up one day for keeping this baby. Listen, shit like that be crazy to me.
You know what's crazy? I remember when I was working at a job, one of the young dudes was there, like, yo, he had sex with this married woman. Her husband came home and started shooting at him. And I was thinking to myself, well, you don't play with a married woman, bro. That husband, you don't know if that woman just going through her phase where she feel like she want to play around with a little young man and get you killed.
And that's a man and his emotions, like. No self-control at the
listen,
moment.
Don't play with a nigga family, man.
Oh my God. Wait, that was yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah. We went to get something to eat from Chipotle. I don't know why when me and Ball are together outside, whether we are with our kids or not,
somebody always
people tend to fuck with us. I promise you. We always gotta fight bitches, niggas, like it's
and I feel
always,
like we so grown. I don't want to do that, bro.
Yeah, like we seriously, I'm not trying to change the subject, but seriously, we really just be going out to chill, whether we are with our kids or we are by ourselves. Somebody is always fucking with us, right? This man came up. I was talking to Duty. This man came up on the side of me, like right here, and was like in my area. Bob pushed me back and was like, "Move, stand over here, stand over here." Like, it's a problem, son. It's a problem, son. The guy just standing there. I don't even know what he said, but he didn't say nothing. He was just looking like, right. So Ball like, yo, what's the problem? I'm like, come on, Stinky, let's just go. Like, this dude came and was like, yo, come on, man. You don't fuck nobody with their kids, man, with their family, man.
A nigga will kill you.
Yeah.
But that's why you should. But that's just another thing to say, like, yo, if you don't know someone, I wouldn't want to have a child with someone I don't know. And when I say no, not because y'all sex is good and every time y'all go out, y'all have fun. You could do that with anybody. Anybody could see fun.
The insides, but how you are in a fucking situation, how you are,
yeah, how they treat their family members. What do they prioritize in their life?
I have a problem. I've always had a problem. I still have a problem with money. I really do.
I don't know why you're laughing.
But I do. And
I don't understand why you're laughing.
I think I'm better with it now, though. We're going to talk about that another day because he got a little serious. You got
I just don't think that's funny.
You got a comment.
Yeah, I just don't think that's funny.
You got a comment.
Yeah, I can read the comment. I just don't like when you talk stupid and you think that's funny. So the comment.
Oh, baby.
I'm just tuning in. I'm late. But nay. if you're in a situation and you know you can't afford a child, why bring your child into a place when you're struggling? And that's one of my things
Exactly.
too. Like, I don't want to bring a child in here where I can't even provide for that child.
How would you feel? Like, how would you feel knowing that you and your baby is hungry?
That shit is real.
Yeah.
So
like,
you got to do some shit to feed your baby that can put you in a position to be away from your baby. Because when everybody be like, yo, I had to do some shit, it was illegal. Okay? Anytime they be like, yo, I had to do what I had to do, he did some illegal shit. And now you put yourself in a position where you can go to jail for that illegal activity and be away from your kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest fear, son. Trying to do, I got to get it for my kid, and then I'm fucked up, and now my kid fucked up?
Exactly.
No.
That's why I said, like, getting an abortion or not getting an abortion, it all depends on the situation.
And the circumstances within the dynamics.
Yes.
That's why somebody said there's a lot of people out here having children with people they don't know at all.
Agreed.
And I think they're fucking idiots.
Agreed. I agree.
There's no way somebody I just met, another day, we about to have a baby. Whoa. Slow down, son. Whoa. Yeah, and I'm keeping it because I think I love you. Oh, my God. Don't play with that shit. Finesse gang. You know how many women I know said they met a dude, had a baby, and could never find him after that?
That is so crazy to me.
That's scary.
I know somebody who was gay who got pregnant and she kept the baby because she wanted to keep the baby because she knew she wasn't gonna never be able to have the kid with a girl. But she likes women.
Nigga said, clip that little nigga. Big facts. Agreed.
Oh my God. It sounds so brutal.
It does, but it's
when
the
you
truth.
but
like that's what I said. It's no sugarcoating an abortion. Like you're gonna that child that could possibly be. That's why I say, like, if I'm gonna put my woman through an abortion, we gotta go through that together.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how that might feel on you. Shit to me is like
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's men who, you know, is like, I fucked her and she's willing to get the abortion and you're still not even holding it down with her to get the abortion.
Niggas know a lot of women that got like 6 already.
No, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you see how you like, oh, I want to put my woman through that by herself. Like, I would want to go through that with her together. I feel like as a man, you fuck a bitch. You don't want her to have a baby. She agreed with you to not have the baby. Why wouldn't you just go through that procedure with her? And if you're going to dip after, but go through the process of her getting the abortion. Like, because
that woman didn't make it a necessity. Like, y'all keep saying that too. If you don't make it be known, like, yo, I need you to go through this with me. I don't got to volunteer my fucking services. I know y'all don't like the sound of that, but it's the truth. Like, you have to understand, men don't think like women. Like, you could easily tell that man, yo, I need you to be through this with me. All right? Don't tell him that and then assume he's going to do that. The fuck? You're out of your fucking mind. Niggas don't want to be around that shit. I love all my family for having kids because I can just love all my little cousins because I know right now I'm still getting my shit all the way together. That's how people see it. You can love your nieces, your nephews. You understand what I'm saying? People always sugarcoat shit till it's too late. Tell the truth from jump. Tell the truth from jump. That's what I was saying. Like, yo, you pregnant? All right, let's go. Let's get serious right now. I'm abortion type of guy. Let me know what you feel.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the girl that I was talking about earlier, she was like, she's not telling the dude because he's not going to want to be involved anyway. And I'm like, you're not even giving him the option to think. Maybe he wants to be involved. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm telling you.
Graveyard box. Oh man, he said graveyard box.
Oh my God.
He gotta stop. Facts, Bob. No, she didn't make this life by herself, so she didn't have to go through it alone. I understand that, but what I'm saying is, don't assume that man is going to behave the way you want him to behave without letting him know that. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of women don't understand. Some men don't want to be around that because it might hurt him too. Like, I don't want to see you all emotional right now. So I don't want to deal with that. That's just going to fuck me up. And now we both going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
But don't assume that, all right, I want him with me, but not tell him. And then be mad when he doesn't behave that way. Men are not mind readers, yo.
Y'all need the fucking be.
Why would we want to read the minds of idiots? Y'all don't even know what y'all want yourselves, bro. The fuck out of here.
Somebody said James Patrick's out here.
Yo,
it's the reality of temporary versus permanent. No, but yeah, that abortion shit is crazy.
It's real. And then it's like, yo, look, I know people that have sex all the time and never get pregnant. And then the second real shit starts going on in life, boom!
There's a baby.
Hey, I'm pregnant. What the fuck are you talking about? We was having sex for 8 months straight every day, shooting your shit up. You ain't never get pregnant. And now, when we got another baby already here, we got this to do, and we about to move, you want to have a baby? That's why I say sometimes it's unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand when people be like, well, y'all should be using condoms. If I've been with you for over 5 years.
And I've been nutting and you ain't shit been happening. What
and
makes you think I'm
using
condoms now?
Go to the fucking doctor and get on birth control. Okay? Stop fucking playing with me. Stop. Y'all quit playing.
Some people, again, like I said earlier, some women bodies don't adjust too well to birth control.
That is true. But guess what? Ain't nothing, nobody's worse than getting pregnant. All right? That's the worst. I'm not against abortion, but how much is too much? I know people that have abortion so much, it's like, damn, birth control method. And I
do too. I think, I think stuff like that is crazy.
I think that naturally, if you're getting over like 4 or 5, maybe you should discuss with your doctor some plan for birth.
This is my thing. You get an abortion, cool. You wouldn't want to, you know how they say like the 6th week or something like that, you gotta wait. Like the same thing like you will be giving a birth, you gotta wait to get to have sex. Right. I feel like at that point in time, actually wait, because your body is still trying to overcome the fact that you were in the growing sprout process of baking and growing a baby, and then it just disappears. Good. So it's like, all right, cool, the pussy is good, but let your body like rejuvenate. Like let your body come back
together naturally.
Right. So
y'all should move out. So that's gonna be hard, bro.
I'm just saying, like, suppose,
I understand
all right,
what you're saying.
Like, y'all men, y'all feel like the pussy is too good. You don't want to wait. But us as women, like, you wouldn't want to get on birth control, though, so that you don't have to go through that again?
To touch that topic, somebody wrote that. Some women have issues, like something which makes it them hard to get pregnant. And that's a topic in itself. Somebody wrote birth control.
Mm-hmm. Some people get, like,
some people get fat. Like, yo, if you my lady and you get on birth control and you get fat, we going to have a big problem. Because I don't want to date a fucking house. Okay.
No, I've seen some people like blow
the fuck up. Like, damn, bitch, what happened?
I know some people like use the shot. Some people use the thing in the
patch.
arm. The
I
shit
hate that
up
patch
there
because it look dirty after a while and don't come off. I hate that Nuvo ring.
I heard you could feel it.
Yes, the fuck you can. I feel like you're hitting a brick wall. Don't ever get a Nuvo ring. Yeah. Good questions there. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, like yo. I think
I want to know though, like as like you, the women out there, what do you feel like is too many abortions?
2 or 3.
What do you feel like is your limit after you get X amount of abortions? You keeping the kid?
2. I thought 1 abortion a life was fine. Like to me, if you get like, I just feel like you
one a life.
One a life. Like if somebody tells me
I have a question.
Like 4 abortions.
How do y'all feel about miscarriages?
That's what do you mean? It's sad. There's no controlling a miscarriage.
But there's some people who didn't even want to have the kid. They were going to get an abortion anyway and end up having a miscarriage.
I think it's unfortunate. But I think majority of the times, 80% of the time with miscarriages, that's what people that really want to have a child.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a miscarriage is something we can't decide on. You have to go through that alone. And that affects the man too. That miscarriage shit don't just hurt the woman. Because majority of the time, that man wanted that baby.
Mm-hmm.
An abortion is different. That's both of us coming to a conclusion on something we both discuss and making an agreement.
Yeah.
An abortion.
Can you imagine having a conversation, talking and discussing about having a kid and then having a miscarriage?
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
Yeah, trust me. I've experienced it.
A lot of people are saying 2. So 2 for the abortions, right? 2 is after 2. That's
all right. You know, I see. Because you might find love more than once in your life. I agree. But if you hit me with more than 3 and 4, bitch, what the fuck you doing? Yeah, I had
Can you imagine getting into a relationship dealing with a person like, how many kids you got or whatever? Well, I would have had
4. What? Yeah, I'll call you later. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not against abortions unless you've been raped or there's health issues. And that's what I
That's agree. Another thing.
And let me read this comment before you go into that. Never had one, but I think it's more than enough. Laugh out loud. Like you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that situation with getting an abortion due to the health issues of the child, they give you like all the blood tests or whatever. I forgot how many weeks into the pregnancy. You remember? He's humping my leg. But I forgot how many weeks into the pregnancy they take like all different types of blood tests to check the baby's bones and all these different things. But they
like
do it.
Weeks in.
They do it early into the pregnancy so that you can know if there's any difficulties with the baby, so you can decide if you're willing to bring this disabled baby into the world. I think that shit like that is dope as well. Me personally, whether the baby was gonna come out with a disability or not, I was gonna keep my child. But
I'm gonna be
there
honest.
is some people who can't afford that.
At first, I didn't want a child that has special needs. I didn't want a child that would require that because I would constantly look at myself every time I saw my child like I'm weak. At first, but as I grew older and I matured mentally, I could care less. That's still a child. You're just gonna require special love and attention. It's like I know a lot of people that don't.
Yeah, and it's like these kids on like Facebook, as we can see now, they're actually showing these babies with all these disabilities, and these kids are very intelligent. They're just very far behind.
Yes, and also they lack in many areas, but excel in one.
Others. Yeah,
like they can one just be extremely intelligent in this area and lack well, but that doesn't mean like they're not smart. They're not intelligent. They're just very.
I personally feel like I know that bringing a disabled child into the world would be very expensive. So
yes, that's another thing.
Kudos to people who actually do have kids with disabilities and they're able to afford and take care of their child. I think that shit like that is dope. But to me, if you want to get an abortion because you don't want to bring a disabled child in the world, I wouldn't feel no type of way towards you. I wouldn't feel like oh bitch, why would you do that? Or as the father, why would you do that? Because again, shit like that is very, very expensive.
It is, and it's
first of all, babies alone are expensive. So having a disabled child, you got to take them to go.
I think it's $100,000 per child, like the average cost of a child to college for the lifespan. $100,000.
So imagine the child being, disabled. So I agree with that. If you, feel like getting an abortion because of that,
I'm gonna look that up too. Go ahead and touch that average cost of a child.
But see, that's the thing too. The average cost of a child. But then you got all of these women out here that have kids who live off the system. So they don't even have to adjust to that average cost. They don't even have to deal with that average cost at all.
Okay, the estimated cost of raising a child from birth through age 17 is $233,610, almost $14,000 a year. Think about that when you want to nut some pussy. A lot of niggas never seen $200,000 in front of them. The fuck out of here. Let me read this comment. When I say health issues, it runs deep. A disabled child isn't a reason for an abortion in my eyes. They're very smart. They're just delayed, like we just agreed upon. So when I say health issues, it's about the deep complications that can happen. Yes, like I know a lot of people, like my mother had sickle cell. Or excuse me, someone she dated had sickle cell, and it was a fear of hers if the child was going to have sickle cell. Mm-hmm. Or breast or cancer runs very deep within your family, and then you bring in a child. Or if you're HIV positive, and you're afraid your child is that, or you're blind, and those type of things that come into play. Would you want your child to have to experience life like that? And those are difficult questions. Yeah. I think that's when that teamwork dynamic really comes into play, bro. Because that you just, I can do this on my own. It's not easy, man. Raising a child, I don't know about Tia, but right now I'm at the stage with the kids where I hate them. And I know it's because I spend a lot of time with the kids.
Hate is a strong word.
No, I hate the kids. I fucking hate them. Okay? My son pisses me the fuck off. My daughter's just on another boat. Like she just, I just be like, okay, whatever.
I love my kids.
I'm up to here, but I know as a man, you're going to go through those phases.
I love my kids.
I've read about it. I love them too, to death. I'm just fucking sick of them.
They get on my nerves this much, but I love my kids.
Like it takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on you.
Yeah.
It takes its toll on you. So I can only imagine.
So you guys feel like two abortions is enough? Like any more than two is like crazy? I don't know. Like 2 abortions is enough.
I think 1. And 2 is like now you're pushing it, bitch.
But I feel like it depends. I feel like it depends on the situation. Now, you could have been single for a certain amount of time and was being promiscuous. And
that's your one time. and then you got your relationship one time.
Mm.
That's it. 2 is it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's after that, it's like, all right, now you need to start being an adult. Don't come at me, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Use a condom, or I'm gonna get on birth control.
Right.
Because to me, it's like I can understand when somebody makes a mistake. I can understand those circumstances that go beyond that mistake for the second time. But the third time,
yeah.
No, let me read this. That's why it's important to communicate and not only know your medical history, but the person you're sleeping with, because our children inherit many things from both sides.
That's what we said earlier as
like,
well.
My son
you
is
need
definitely
to know
gonna be insane.
That's all we said earlier as well.
Retarded.
You guys need to know, like, not you guys, but people need to know and pay attention to who they're having a baby with. Like, know the person you're having a child with. Like, know the person. Don't just know the
2
person.
Is enough. Yeah, like you need to know that person, the history, how they.
Yeah, we were saying that earlier. Like, even when you're like before it's time to give birth and like push the baby out, they ask you that. Like the doctor speaks to both of you guys together and asks.
What people make mistake, the dating phase. When you're dating someone, you're getting to know that person for the long haul.
I feel like at that point in time of the situation, I'm gonna call it, or relationship or whatever, the dating phase, people lack getting to know the person.
That's because niggas it's just drunk to straight sex and we together. No, when we're dating, I'm getting to know you. Mm-hmm. I want to see how you are in different circumstances. I want to see how you are with your family. I want to come around.
A lot of
we don't gotta be in love together.
People don't do that anymore.
That's where people go wrong. Yeah,
it's like there's no such thing as a dating phase.
It's like, yo, we talking, we fucking. That's my lady.
We talking, we fucking. The dick is good. Now I don't want to fucking nobody else.
Whoa.
Now that he my man. You know what I mean? Whoa. Or vice versa, the same thing. Like the dude will be like, "Oh, that's my puss. I don't fuck." You know what I mean?
That's never your puss. It's always hers.
I just feel like people lack the dating phase,
and that's where everything goes wrong. You gotta really get to know somebody and just see how they are.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on birth control even when I was single because I know I didn't even want to think about another child. And you're intelligent.
Yeah, like
because they're expensive.
Very, very much so. But yeah, that's my thing too. Like with that whole dating phase, a lot of people disregard that. A lot of people act as if that doesn't exist. Or even if they were single for some time and now you actually found somebody that you genuinely like. To me, you know, take that and use that to date that person and actually get to know the person. Like I was just saying, like when we was at one of the doctor's appointments, my doctor was pretty much asking him about his background, his health issues, mom, dad, the same thing with me. And we sat there amongst each other together.
Until I'm strong as an ox. My whole family. A lot of warriors. Big balls. Okay? And my son came out with big balls.
He was giving the doctor room for her money, okay? But yeah, like I feel like people should do stuff like that more. And also, too, don't wait till you go to the doctor to find out certain things about your spouse or
and go
the
get
person you're
checked up.
having a baby with. You know what I mean?
Like every few
Can you
months.
imagine sitting there, we both sitting there, the doctor asking us questions, and we both like unsure, we don't know, and we actually answer a question.
You look stupid as a fucking unit.
Yeah,
There's
like
nothing
I feel
worse
like
than looking stupid as you. Look, what I tell you, when we go out as a family, we gotta look good as a unit. Okay? I hate when Tamia want to go somewhere and don't want to put her fucking earrings or don't sleep with her bonnet so her hair look fucking crazy.
And everybody else looking.
I hate that shit. Piss me the fuck off. Sorry, I know I jumped off. Guys trap you too. Just saying. I know 1,000. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something y'all don't know. I heard a nigga say, "Nah, I'm nothing in that. She gotta stay with me forever. I'm nothing in her.
Do.
She's staying with me the rest of my life."
Yes, they do.
Just because she's bad.
Yes, they do. Men do that.
Childish men. I don't give a fuck how a bitch look. Every chick is pretty to me.
Really?
Majority of all
Swallow
chicks.
your cookie so you don't choke or say
Majority of all chicks that put on makeup or know how to dress nice, everybody's gonna be pretty. Every nigga out here is gonna be attractive in some way. All right, so what? Every nigga getting money. Every nigga got bitches. Cool. How are they with children? How does he handle his finances? How does he prioritize the things in his life? How does he treat his children? So when I hear niggas, because she bad, all right, she's pretty, and every bitch is pretty. How is she with her children? How is her life together? What's her
feel like everybody, like it depends on certain people with what turns them on. I know not just the looks and the sex turn me on with men in a relationship. You know, I feel like it's more to it than that. Like you just said, know your finances, have your shit in order. Have your shit in order. And I'll be turned on and be willing to keep a kid. You know what I mean? But yes, men definitely do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're not in Candy Cam on this one. Well, now you are.
Swallow them cookies so you don't say the wrong thing. I said exactly what I needed to say. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is it's true. Everybody pretty now. Like, okay, love. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, the woman, like, oh, you got a fat butt. Bitch, who don't? Now what, though? What besides that? That's like when a nigga come up to you and show you money. I got my own money, love.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's the point I was trying to say. Oh, nigga, oh, he dressed nice. So does whatchamacallit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more to that. Like, when you become a real adult, you don't give a fuck what this person got on. I don't give a fuck what you got. I care what's in your bank account. I care how we're going to better each other if we come into a situation to do with each other. I care about how you treat your children, how you prioritize in your life. Everybody look pretty, bro.
Do you guys feel like getting an abortion is like actually killing the child?
What else is an abortion?
I personally feel like in the very beginning when it's a fetus, it's not, because it's not a baby yet. It's a blood clot. You don't even hear the heartbeat or anything yet at that point.
I understand what you're saying.
So I don't feel like that's killing the child.
Once you feel the heart, once there's a heartbeat there, you're
then
killing
I feel
the
like
child.
you're killing it.
You know, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Once
Some
you
people
can
don't,
actually
but I
hear
can
the
agree.
heartbeat, you're killing the kid. I guess the first like 2 to 3 weeks or whatever it is that is a fetus or whatever, I don't think that you're killing the kid.
Me either. Yeah, you're right. But like I was saying, I can agree with that. That's what I said. It depends on how far you are to me. Yes.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like if y'all 3 weeks in, I don't think you're killing the baby, bro. You just saving yourself from a disaster.
That 2-day procedure shit to me is
that's death.
crazy.
That's you're a fucking murderer.
I can't even get the word.
No, you're a fucking you're a fucking murderer. I'm a lyrical gangster murderer.
Seriously, like that 2-day
such a
procedure
clown.
shit is crazy to me.
I think sometimes I will play too much. Like T, if you was to get an abortion for some 2-day shit and we was driving home, I'm playing all type of shit.
You know,
one blood.
Music in the background, like on Scream, a scary movie, like somebody is coming to kill you and shit.
I'm playing murder the whole way. I'm playing nothing but rap music because you're the only murderer in the car.
But seriously, I know that some people don't know that they're pregnant until they're about that far.
And that's what's scary to me. It's like you don't know your body. And I would be scared
seriously.
to have a baby by you.
I've heard people say that to me, and I find it so highly unlikely.
I was 4 months, and then I realized I'm pregnant. You ain't missed your period, so you ain't had your period for 3 months, and you didn't stop to think.
Well, some people were still getting their period, but it was lighter than normal.
But my thing is, like, like women, y'all go through certain things. Some things are off that you should be questioning.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. Off. Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people that still get their period when they're pregnant. But there is other things to me.
Like when Tia was pregnant, her shit was running like the river. You hear me? Like the Amazon rainforest river flowing. That's how I knew for a fact she was pregnant. That shit, I ain't have to do nothing. That's how I know, bro.
Why are you telling my business?
Oh, please. Agree. You should know your body. Something got to be off. Yes, you should know your body. Not true. Sometimes you don't know. I understand that sometimes you don't know, but I think you are avoiding certain key factors.
Yeah, or you have like the slightest idea.
Off and you should just check it out.
Even if it's your emotions that's off.
Like you feel like
you're a little different.
Let me check something. Let me go to the doctor.
Something is a little different.
And that's my thing. I want to make this too. Women that don't even want to get checked up periodically, that's a turn off for me. Mm-hmm. Like it should be in your, and that should be for men too. If you be with somebody, you ask him the last time he got checked up and he gets offended, you shouldn't even talk to that man. Because he clearly has some type of diseases you don't want.
Not only just getting your pussy checked. I mean,
like yourself,
do your teeth.
Your life.
I know this is getting a little off topic, but it's like what we were speaking about last week with the hygiene and all of that. Like, deal with your teeth as well. Like, go every 6 months to a year, get your teeth checked. Make sure there's nothing rotten. Make sure your breath
You'll get your
sick.
Nails done every 2 weeks, but won't check on your teeth.
Right.
Or you won't check on your vagina.
Right.
It's shit like that. I don't understand.
Y'all got new
physicals.
Weaves. We do complete physicals and everything.
Get a physical every 6 months. You get your thing checked every 3 to 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Down there, especially not even if if you're having sex with more than one person, which you're fully obligated to do if you're doing it safely, go get yourself checked up.
Just for you.
Just for you.
You know what I mean?
And for the person you letting hit. Yeah. Like, be respectful.
I feel like men lack that shit too.
I feel like a lot of men.
I think it's equal.
I think it is because a lot of people. Because a lot of women be funky too.
Yeah, like a lot of women be ripping and running, and then it's like the time is flying. So now here it is, you ripping and running, you fucking all over the place, and 6 months don't went by.
If you want to, if you date on somebody and y'all don't even have that discussion about when y'all went to the doctor last, what the fuck are you doing?
I feel like all of that goes into the dating phase as well. Like when you are dating,
let that be
get to know. Like, all right, the last time I went to the doctor was this, but you know. When was the last time you went had that discussion?
Like, yo, I ain't going in a minute. Can we go together? That's a date.
Yep. That's a date.
All right, what they good for you? And then you really get to know that person. You're going to see if they hide their paperwork, how honest they are. You get to know people. See, but you got to be mental for that. They definitely need to be getting checked with multiple parents, men and women.
Why you got to read the good comments like that?
But they definitely need to be getting checked. People usually check themselves for others, not themselves. But see, that's my thing too.
Yeah, like that's why I just said do it for yourself. Yeah, you wouldn't want to know that you good.
Yeah, like I don't like the what if my dick dirty. I don't like that. I don't like the thought of that. I like my shit is clean. I like my shit.
But that's why I said too. Like it's just there's cool. Shout outs to the women out there that's getting a body done and things like that. You know what I mean? It's cool. Now you got a lot of attention or whatever it is, if you got it done for other people or for yourself. We spoke about surgery too prior to. Shout out to you guys for doing that. But also, the same way you went to get it done and do all of that, make sure your shit is all right down there too. Ain't nothing like having a banging body, nice wig, cute
and
face, and your pussy stink.
Trust me, I know.
I wonder how that would be like if you got like a bunch of abortions or whatever. Like, would it be stink down there?
I don't think it would be stink down there, but I do think like something internally might be wrong. You be putting yourself in harm's way because that's not natural. It's not natural to do that to your body.
Yeah, because they gotta use shit.
Yeah, so to me, it's like if you're doing something unnatural, there's going to be side effects you just aren't aware of. Like if I was to cut pieces of my dick off, it's not natural. If you're gonna do that more than once, you're going inside of you know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Look, man, just you do what's best for you. In terms of the abortion, I think it's circumstantial. Mm-hmm. If you're going to come inside of a woman as a man, you need to be ready to deal with any type of consequences that come from that, period.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was just playing, what y'all was just doing. If you're coming inside someone, be ready to deal with that. And as a woman, if you having sex with a man and you don't know that man and you allow him to come inside of you, do not be mad at that man if he does not want to have that baby. Mm-hmm. It is your decision. It's all up to you. But you cannot be mad at that man if you don't even know that man.
And also,
that's why I say it's both. But as a man, you can control. Like, you know how they say, like, women got all the power? That's after the fact. In the beginning, homeboy, you got most of the power.
If you feel like, this is my thing. If you feel like at the moment that you're nutting, you are weak and you cannot move her up off of you, do not let her be on top. That's my thing. Do not, because you said that earlier too. Like, so what if you on top? Then you know she. But if you know for a fact you get weak when you about to nut, switch positions.
Some of them might hit. So that's so easy to say. Look, if we in the mix and it's good right now, nobody trying to switch it if we both coming equal. But if she hits you, listen to me. If she hits you with the headlock on top, don't move, you can't rock, you might be in some trouble, son. Like, oh wait, oh god, damn. Like that can occur.
Yes, that can occur. But prior to that is putting a condom.
Yes. Like I said, in the beginning, the man has all the power. Because once that baby comes, that all that power shifts. And there's nothing worse to me than not being in power.
Yeah.
That's,
I have a topic for next week.
And what is that, Shatia?
When relationships end, how to properly co-parent without being bitter and keeping the child from a father or mother
that's a woman being involved.
This year, somebody text me this.
Majority of that be women.
Somebody said, "What about Plan B? Isn't that an abortion, right? Plan B.
Plan B is the pill you take. But I don't know the specific, but I think it has to be taken a few days, within 48 hours after.
Google it.
Plan B is that shit is expensive. Plan B like $50, and they don't even hold that shit in the front. They got to go in the back now and get it.
But I feel like that's cheaper than an abortion.
Yes, the fuck it is.
Oh, that's cheaper than keeping the kid.
That ain't nothing to me.
This is my thing. How much is a Plan B?
Plan B is $50. Like I told you.
If you don't have $50, period, just randomly laying around, then you have a problem.
It has to be 72 hours
72
after.
hours, yeah, somebody answered.
72 hours. So if she like 2 weeks, sorry, brother, that ain't gonna work. Get your fucking life together. 72 hours it is. Look, man, it's just, if you don't want a child, don't have unprotected sex. If you like having unprotected sex, you need to have a discussion with that woman. And
Yeah,
see if
men feel like there's some men that be like, it feel better. You get a different feeling when
true.
you have unprotected
I'm saying, if you
sex.
like to have unprotected sex, you need to make sure first you clean and the person you with is clean, and make sure that person's on birth control. Because even if you don't come inside her, if you have unprotected sex, that person can get pregnant just by pre-cum. Like those are the type of discussions y'all gotta have from jump. And I think when you get older,
I don't know how long it takes for the Plan B to expire. Keep them shits where you keep your condoms. You know what I mean? So
you're a fucking asshole. But I do know with sisters like with a condom pop, you ain't feel it. I don't believe they ain't feel it. They just didn't care. But those things do occur. But my thing is like, a child is something serious and expensive, and you need to be ready for that. 8 years and still condoms because we both don't want no children. Look, man, listen to me. Yeah. I'm going to be 100% honest. If Tia was to tell me, Jabbar, we're going to start using condoms today. It's either you want to die because you're trying to play me because you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, or you must have me highly mistaken for a fucking idiot. Because we're so far along and that's our understanding. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I was to just come to Tia, I want to start using a condom with you. Well,
the fuck was you doing?
Exactly. So it depends and varies. Like if that's working for y'all, cool. But to me, it'd be like those nights in the morning when me and Tia just laying in the bed. Oh, get up and get a condom. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Come on, man. We already got kids. We already know what's up. Like, we're not fucking playing with child's game.
Nah, but if that, that's a long time to be together.
And have and protect it. Like I really kudos to y'all. That works.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's working, definitely keep it going.
Not saying we don't. If we don't have none, but majority of the time we do. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like that's
like sometimes I want to feel my woman.
No, you want to feel me all the time. Ain't no time.
There we go. I suggested condoms 4 years ago.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I did.
Tia, you did not. I suggested it in a joking manner. And you was like, well, maybe we should. And I was like, see, now you fucking playing with me. Cut it out. That was like 4 years ago. Look, that's enough. Next week, what's the topic next week?
Yeah, so the topic for next week. This is how the person texted to me, so I'm just reading it that way. I have a topic on relationships and how to properly co-parent without being bitter and keeping the child from a father that wants to be involved.
Be a fucking adult. We can go into that next week.
That's for next week.
Be an adult. The fuck?
Yeah, and then I have another one for.
So co-parenting. Post-relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be tricky. Because I cannot imagine me trying to come around and you got a boyfriend. Like that would be difficult for me. But I'm an honest person. I don't lie to myself. I don't know how I will handle that.
I feel like before I even get into that, I'm gonna hold it for next week because I was about to say something pertaining to what I actually
You should say it and then bridge it into next week. Give a little sample.
Like I feel like there's a lot of women. It's like easier said than done. Like you be quick off your mouth and quick to say, "Oh, we could co-parent," but when the shit is ready and the time comes for you to co-parent,
them feelings got you acting dumb.
Right, and then on top of that, you're not even doing nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're co-parenting, both of you guys are taking care of the motherfucking child and doing what y'all have to do. Like you're not co-parenting. You're expecting the other person to do everything and just sending the child or however, whatever. But we'll get into that.
I want to get into I'm gonna read this comment. Details. Y'all be tearing up them cookies. And what cookie are those? Still laughing out. Sorry, you're talking. No. oatmeal cookies, icing on
with
it.
the icing on it.
Look
But
at
you gotta get the cheap brand.
You gotta get the ones from Family Dollar because they be soft and you keep them in a bag.
It's the Family Dollar brand too. Like you can't.
Delicious.
If you try to eat oatmeal cookies with the frosting on it and it's a main brand, they be too crunchy.
Tastes too crunchy. You gotta get
these is like salt. They have like a little soft kick to it.
Tia be up in the middle of the night talking about she need a little snacky
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's it. All right, y'all blessed. Next week, definitely gonna talk about co-parenting post-relationship, which is really real. I know a lot.
I'm
of
gonna
people
try to
don't do
have
that.
a little more cleaner food to eat.
Oh,
next week.
bye,
Fruit
here.
or something.
She ain't never buying a goddamn fruit.